Hey guys, what's up? You see the title of this live stream. Apparently, I can. I don't know what to do. Okay, but you see the title of this live stream here, and it's no secret that what it says is indeed true. 2019 um, is basically marking the end of several eras here in overall entertainment, if you will. Basically, it's marking the end of several big franchises, and I can't I can't recall the last time I've known of a year where a multitude of very popular, beloved, you know, always watched by people at any time they get, if not when they air. I can't remember, or even when they come to the theaters, I can't remember a time where a lot of this kind of, well, this is actually happening in 1 year. In 1 year, it's all happening. And I can't recall, like I said, one single time, if I adjust my mic there a little bit, but I can't recall one single time that this has happened. I mean, okay, so what exactly is occurring here, okay? Well, today, if you were in attendance in Chicago at the Star Wars celebration, you may have, well, I wouldn't say may have, but definitely saw the trailer, like the rest of us, almost instantly, almost automatically. A lot of you saw the trailer for episode 9. You saw that it was called Rise of the Jedi. And to me, that actually it's a good title. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's a good title and everything. It definitely gives you some kind of finality. I will say that. It does give you some kind of finality, but just the fact that when you look overall at when you look overall um, at basically, let me fix something here temporarily. But when you look overall at basically a lot of what's coming to an end this year, like I said, it's really surprising to know that for the first time that I know of, in 1 year, you're seeing the end of a lot of great things. If you're a Big Bang Theory fan and viewer, that series is ending, I think, within the month. You like My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, like of course I do, and many others, millions, billions of others. That's coming to an end around November. You've been a fan of the current run of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU. That's coming to an end in a few weeks here in April with Endgame, and somewhat in July with Spider-Man Far From Home. So yeah, basically, hold on for a sec. Just got a little bit of an itch there. But yeah, basically, we are seeing the end of several things, including, believe it or not, the end of Star Wars, or at least the current trilogy of Star Wars movies, with The Rise of Skywalker due out in December. So this is, honestly, this is a big thing. I mean, we're even seeing the end of, as far as conventions are concerned, we're seeing the end of Bronycon. Yeah, Bronycon is coming to an end this August. And that's hard to believe. In fact, I forgot to add that as a hashtag. Hold on for a sec. But yeah, it's kind of hard to believe that that's what's happening. That even a convention that's been around since the beginning of Friendship is Magic is it's ending. It's coming to come to an end. And I discussed this in a video last year when we found out about it. But yeah, it's coming to an end, and now a lot of folks are wondering, okay, well, where can we go now that this is over? And of course, there's still BabsCon to go to, and as far as I know, they haven't shut the doors on that yet, or have shut the doors on any other conventions. I mean, some have shut their doors, some haven't. Some have risen up from the closure of others. But as far as I know, they have not shut the door on any of these conventions, except, with the exception of a few. And now Bronycon is going to be joining that list of conventions that's basically going to, bite the dust. That's going to basically say, enough's enough, we're done. And again, I understand that it's not everybody wants to see that happen. Nobody wants to see the end of BronyCon. Nobody wants to think that this is it and all that. But right now, it definitely looks like that convention. As soon as I think it's the early portion of August, as soon as that time is done, it's pretty much a done deal. You know, I mean, I get, like I said, I get how some people feel. I mean, it's hard to say goodbye to something like Brony convention. I'm sure if you're a Star Wars fan or a Star Trek fan, there have been certain conventions that you've had that have had to close up shop due to certain reasons, financially, whatnot. So I get that. I get how some people feel at the fact that something like this is coming to an end. And yeah, is it heartbreaking? Well, yeah, it's heartbreaking, especially if you've spent most of your career, most of your life, going to these conventions and trying to enjoy yourself as well as be like a community guest or something like that, or a greeter. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. There's no doubt. It's heartbreaking. There's no doubt about that. But you know, what I'm trying to get at is when you look at the fact that you have a convention that was built upon the popularity of a show originally meant for little girls or young kids, and it's basically crossed that threshold, broken down barriers, and has shown that, hey, you don't have to be just a little kid to enjoy a show like this, especially if it has good storytelling, good characters, and in the whole total package. You know, it's one thing to know that it's coming to an end, but it's kind of surprising, and if not a little like bittersweet or heartbreaking, that it's coming to an end at the same year the series officially is ending. And it's and this is and the thing is, it's just something that a lot of fans, of MLP FIM, they don't want to see happen. They want to have something that in their minds keeps the legacy going on. And I look at the fact that BabsCon has yet to say anything like that. Winnie City PonyCon, Crystal Mountain PonyCon, High Roller PonyCon, none of them is currently in existence has said anything about that. So I think those are still going to be around to help keep that legacy alive. But when you look at, My Little Pony, for example, let's get into that for a minute. This is the last season of the show. And what's funny, and the reason I bring that up is and the reason I brought up 2019 as marking that, as the title says, marks the end of several eras in movies and television. The reason I bring that up is because it's true. It is absolutely true. I mean, when you think about it, like I said, like I said earlier, when was the last time in 1 year you've had a lot of this stuff come to an end? A lot of stuff come to an end. When was the last time that happened? Not, as far as I know, not for not very long. Not very long. Never once did I ever think something like this was all that a lot of these popular franchises were going to come to an end in their current run. Never once. Never once did I think it was going to happen. But after watching, like I said, the after watching, uh, I forgot to put the. Hold on. What's my thing? Like I said, after watching. Uh, like I said, after watching the trailer for Star Wars Episode 9, and the fact that in the trailer it says the saga comes to an end this year, it just blows my mind. You know, it just blows my mind that in 1 year that I should say that now with that announcement, it's basically saying that like within 1 year now you can add Star Wars to the list of movies and shows you'll be losing and are coming to an end in their current form, to the list of errors ending in 2019. It's you okay. You could tell I'm doing this on the fly. It's kind of a shoot here, but it's like it really just it's really just so surprising when you think about it. I mean, it's one thing to accept that okay, the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's coming to an end as we know it with Avengers Endgame and somewhat Spider-Man Far From Home. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, it's coming to an end. We know that. Big Bang Theory, yeah, okay, that's another big one. But then when you hear that, or you see for yourself in the trailer that Star Wars, the current trilogy, is ending. Basically, the overall 9-movie story arc is going to be ending in December. From a continuity standpoint, storyline standpoint, it's like all of a sudden you get hit. It's like that realization just jumps upon you, like, oh crap. 2019 is the end of a huge error, is the end of a massive error in multimedia, period. And it is. In a sense, it really is. And again, I can't think, honestly, I cannot think of 1 year that I know of. 1 year that I know of, guys, that this is all, excuse me, that this has all happened within the same year. Not one. Not 1 year. And it's kind of crazy to think that this, when you really think about it, is the end. 2019 is going to be long remembered as the end of a lot of errors in movies and television. I mean, Big Bang Theory, how long has that been on? For like almost 10, 20 years almost? Well, I wouldn't say that, but still. How long has it been around, huh? How long has Big Bang Theory been around? Let me check. Big Bang Theory. When did it begin? 2007. 12 years. 12 seasons. Guys, 12 seasons of this one show. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. So when you think about that, after over a decade of episodic shows, I mean, how many episodes does these guys have? How many episodes? Let me look. Let me look, guys. Let me see how many episodes it says here. 273 episodes currently. And let's look at the episodes. It's scheduled to end on May 16th. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have 3 episodes left until it ends. 3 episodes till it ends. And that's going to be at 207. And when it ends, it'll end at 276 episodes. That's a lot. That is a lot. My Little Pony is going to be celebrating its 200th episode in 2 weeks. A week from tomorrow, actually. From what I understand. And then it, from what I understand, from what I know, has 22 more episodes. 22. So you're looking at 222 episodes for that show, 275. And you can say, well, they've had a decent run. Yeah, they've had decent runs, but still it's hard for a lot of folks to look at the fact that 2 long-lasting shows are coming to an end. Basically, both these shows, in a sense, became popular and became pop culture phenomenons side by side, almost simultaneously side by side. 2 different networks, of course, 2 different demographics, or 2 different kinds of audiences, but still, they became phenomenons on their own, side by side, simultaneously. The only difference is Big Bang Theory premiered 3 years before, 2.5 years before. In fall of 2007, well, My Little Pony debuted, I think, around the beginning February 2010. The point is, guys, and let's not forget, My Little Pony began and started when Discovery Family was originally bought out, or originally a part of Discovery Family was bought out by Hasbro, and it was known as the Hub Network. Yeah, the Hub Network. And now it's Discovery Family. But you get the idea. It's been around. It's seen a lot of constant changes throughout its run. So to know that 2019 is going to mark the end of both of them, Big Bang appropriately before My Little Pony, it's hard. It's very hard to fathom, and it's kind of hard for fans of both shows to really take in. I mean, you got fans of My Little Pony that are fans of Big Bang Theory and vice versa. I mean, a lot of people pointed out last year that a new character that got introduced, Mud Breyer, guess who he's based off of? Sheldon from the Big Bang Theory. So with that in mind, the fact that even the MLP staff are probably fans of Big Bang and said, you know what? Let's bring Sheldon into the show, but let's call him by a different name and make a Sheldon Boney. It's like, oh, what? It's like, you can't ask for better cross-reference, cross-pop culture acknowledgement than that. And you can't tell me, and I haven't watched Big Bang Theory as much as I should, but that's my own choice. You can't tell me they haven't referenced MLP on their show, because I'm sure they did. Point is, guys, it's the point. And you see, this is where the realization is really starting to hit me as well. It's like all of a sudden, it just dawns on me. It dawns on anybody that 2019 is it for a lot of these franchises, or at least the current form, that is. I mean, yeah, you're going to have Big Bang Theory live on in the prequel series, Young Sheldon. You're going to have My Little Pony and the characters of Twilight, Applejack, Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash, and Rarity, and Spike live on in Generation 5, even though they'll have their horse races kind of switched up for some of them. You're going to have Star Wars live on, probably in a new trilogy and of movies, as well as prequel or midquel spin-offs. You're going to have the MCU continue, but under a different era, maybe under different directors, in a different direction, both ways, or in two different directions simultaneously. But it's, and then of course, like I said, you have Bronycon coming to an end, but you're going to have other conventions picking up the slack. It's just, it's just hard to fathom. It's just hard to fathom that in May 16th, Big Bang Theory is over. It's hard to fathom that in 14 days, 2 weeks, the current run of the MCU officially comes to an end, kind of, with Avengers Endgame, and then gets wrapped up with Far From Home. And then on top of that, come November of this year, you have the end of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic coming to an end. And then the following month, you have the current run of Star Wars films and the current storyline that's been spanning for over 40 years coming to an end as well. It's it's just hard to, I I don't know what else to say, guys. It's just, I mean, the realization that this is all happening all at once. I it's it's unimaginable is what it is. It's really freaking unimaginable. I mean, again, I know I'm repeating myself and I've said this already, but I cannot remember a year where a lot of big franchises came to an end within that same year. Not once. Not, not once. And I know that some people, for some of us, it may not dawn just yet, but it is. It is really. It's just a real. God, it's like it's just really. Oh, it just blows my mind. Currently, it really does. Just blows my mind, honestly. That when you think about it, when this year is over, it's taken a lot of error. It's gonna. It's like I said. It's gonna be remembered as the year that a lot of great franchises ended in their current form. It really is. I mean, when you think about it, after this year, there won't be no more Friendship is Magic, any more new episodes, except for the occasional 44-minute to 1 hour special that might premiere once or twice a year in the spring and in the fall, and that's it, or even in the winter. And and think about this: you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory. After this May, and mostly after this year, that's it. The only way you can watch The Big Bang Theory is through CBS All Access or syndication, or if you pay $1.99 to $2.99 at on certain streaming services. It's I, man, it just really hits you. You know that? Just, I mean, and think about it. If you're a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, after Endgame and somewhat after Far From Home, the MCU, as you know, it's done. Whatever Phase Four or whatever they're going to call the next phase of movies, whatever title they give that or fans give it, from what I understand, it's going to be split in two different directions. That'll going to all culminate in another big crossover down the line. But we don't know what that's going to be. We really don't. It's it's, it's just God, it's like it's really just it's just when you think about it, it's just so. Sorry, my finger hit the mic, but it's just so hard to believe that, like I said, it's just coming to an end. I mean, look, I can't even form words, guys. I can't even form words, because it's just speaking about it, unscripted, and just, I mean, this is reality, guys. It's like reality is sitting in for me. It's sitting in for you guys. It's sitting in for all of us. This is it. This is the end of major errors that we know of for as far as franchises are concerned. I mean, it's the end of Friendship is Magic as we know it. It's the end of the MCU. I don't think you can see the poster from here, but it's the end of the MCU as we know it. It's the end of the Star Wars storyline as we know it. And if you're a fan of Big Bang Theory, it's the end of that as you know it. And Bronycon, which was, as many people would consider being like the heart and soul of the MLP fandom, that's gone after this year. And the only other one that picks up the slack that's going to be the new heart and soul is BabsCon. But whew, I I'm just I'm completely flabbergasted, guys. It's just whew. I mean, I think what's getting me and making me feel this way is when you look at that one line, that one sentence they use in episode nine's trailer that says the saga ends here, or the saga comes to an end. That to me is so, and when it comes to the realization, that saying is so appropriate. It really is. I mean, the saga comes to an end. That's been spanning for 40 years, comes to an end for Star Wars. The overall saga and continuity and story arcs that we got from Friendship is Magic is over at the end of this year. The convention that helped launch 1,000 conventions for Friendship is Magic fans and bronies and Pagan sisters, Bronycon, that's over. You're a fan of the Big Bang Theory, that's done. It's like that one sentence they used in the trailer really spoke volumes and couldn't be more appropriate. And what's funny is I'm turning 40 in a couple of months. Damn. You get the older you get, a lot of times isn't, I guess the old saying's true. The older you get, the more things change. And the more certain things come to an end. It's hard. Jesus, guys, it's really hard to understand. I mean, we were all glad that 2019 came in like a boss with New Year's. We were all glad about that. We were all happy. We celebrated. We drank. What else can you ask for? Just Damn. So I'm going to say damn. Because like I say, now the realization just starts to set in. It set in for a lot of us that love Friendship is Magic last week. And now it's really starting to set in as well. With Star Wars basically saying this saga that you grew up with for the past 40 years or so, it's over in December. So I don't know anymore I can say after that, guys. It's just, I think the realization just, it's just hitting me. Like, I know it's going to hit a lot of you. And I don't know what else I can say after that, guys. So I don't know. It's like, it just really is. It's just one of those situations that when you look at it, when you think about it, it's just, excuse me there. It's just hard to, it's just hard to fathom. It really is. So I guess that's all I'm going to say, guys. I don't know what else to say in this current situation, with this current thought process and realization just hitting you like a like a realization is just hitting a lot of us now. It's just hitting me when you think about it. It's hitting us like a ton of bricks. It's hitting us like running into a brick wall, and it's like, bam, that's reality for you. It's like, yeah, things that you know of is poof, gone after this year. And now I know people are going to say, well, they're not totally gone, Brian. You can still watch them on streaming services. You can still watch them here and there. And that's true. It is true. Don't get me wrong. We can watch them at any time, what have you. But what I'm getting at is after this, things change. There's not going to be any new episodes or any more new seasons of Big Bang or Friendship is Magic. There ain't going to be any more new Star Wars movies that stay within the same continuity as the current one. There's not going to be any more Bronycon. There ain't going to be no MCU the way we know it now. It's all going to change. And it's all going to end after this year, and it's going to change. So, yeah, we might be able to keep watching them and as we know them through streaming services, Blu-rays and DVDs, that's fine. But the realization is, guys, 2019's it. And like I said at the beginning, and I said throughout, and I know I repeat myself, I do apologize. But I don't recall once, never once, in 1 year, you've had several franchises in their current form and in their current era come to an end all within that same year. I don't remember once. So, but that's all I'm going to say, guys. I just thought I'd come on here and kind of discuss that and hopefully get your thoughts on it down the line. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Thank you all for tuning in live. Even if you didn't comment, let me know what you guys think afterwards in the comments below. Post live, and hello, Valentine Arrow. Sorry you tuned in. Sorry you got in late, but let me know what you guys all think of what I had to say here, and I will talk to you later. I am out, but again, I just thought I'd come on here and let you know, and just shoot on what's going on. And basically, 2019 being the first year that I know of where a lot of popular franchises that we've grown up on and that have grown up with us, and stuff we've been fans of for a while are coming to an end. So. But let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. Give me your thoughts, replies down below, and I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you all for watching.